Hey everybody. Welcome to Popular Unknown Paintball Live. Um it's hot today. Um I've this is going to be a really short show. Um it's actually 85 degrees here in the apartment with humidity. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but yeah. So, I missed having a show last week and I miss everybody, so I wanted to talk to you guys. So I'm only coming on quickly, but once this show is done, I'm going outside and I'm just gonna because it's literally colder outside than it is inside right now. Hey Kevin, good to see you. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to check in real quick, say hi to everybody, and hello to everybody watching. And just I missed you last week. I have no set plans for the show tonight. I figure I'd come on for about 15, 20 minutes and chat with everybody. It's it's just too hot to maintain all these lights. The temperature's gonna jump right up. So yeah. Um, so I was wondering, I see there's 12 people watching. I was wondering what everybody was doing this weekend, if everybody's ready for Iron City Classic, if everybody I'm excited to go to Denver in a couple at the end of next month. We got hey Robert, good to see you. And hey, Steve, who won the playoffs? That's are you talking about the Stanley Cup? That would be the Canadians. And no, I don't mean the Montreal Canadiens. I mean the Canadian people. Because if you watch Tampa Bay, they've got 34 people on the roster, and 17 of them are Canadian citizens. So who won? Canadians won. As always, when it comes to hockey, we always win. It doesn't matter what team's on the field on the thing, because if you take a look at the roster of any given team, we tend to outnumber it. It's kind of like Edmonton Impact. They're not really Canadian, they're American, but they've got a Canadian name. So, yeah. And it's Facebook year's been 113 here in Sac, no whining. Yes, but I'm indoors. I'm indoors. My apartment shouldn't be this hot. So, we got Chica saying hey. So, hey back, Chica. We got Elliot saying hey. Hey, Elliot. All right. So, yeah. So, the viewers are just checking in just so you guys can see I'm inside and it is 85 degrees plus 54% humidity. If you can see that. There we go. So, yeah, it is hot in the house and I'd rather go outside and relax where it's cooler. So I don't want to be on the show long because all the lights, it just generates more heat. So yeah. So is everybody ready for Iron City Classic? Oh, we got a Facebook user saying hi, Steve. I'm not sure who Facebook user is, but hey back. What's this? Oh, please. Like seriously, what's this? Oh, please. It's hot. It shouldn't be hot indoors. It should be at a nice normal temperature. You go outside, you're hot. You come inside, you cool down. That's how it should be. Plus, I'm Canadian, so we melt. So, hey, Richard, good to see you. Oh, it was Richard. Okay. So, yeah. So, everybody is making fun of me complaining about the heat. All of you have working air conditioning. All right. So, anyway. And Kathy, hey, back. If it's outside, I can go outside. But when you come in, can you imagine trying to sleep when it's 85 degrees? Pass. Let's go lay in the sun and try to. No, you go under shade of a tree, try to cool down. Anyway, so yeah. So it's going to be a short show. I'm loving everybody saying hi. Everybody gets to check in. Ask me questions because I just want to stay on for about 15, 20 minutes, hang with everybody for a little bit because I missed y'all last week. And I just like to talk to you, but I don't want to stay on too long because it just generates too much heat in the apartment. I got to cool this place down and I have to close doors and windows so we're not hearing all the highway traffic and stuff like that. So how was everybody's paintball last week? Did everybody do anything fun? I know there's a lot going on. I'm very excited about this. I am scheduled to fly to Denver for the autism benefit at Dynamic Paintball, and then I'm staying for a week, and then I am going on a road trip through the Rocky Mountains. How cool is that? So, yeah. All right. So, what's your pick for the ICC win, Elliot? The answer to that question is the players, because anybody that's able to make it to ICC automatically wins. As for that, as for the actual players of the Pro Division, I have no idea. Let's see. Because of COVID, I think the strength has really weakened it up. But you got to give the All Americans, got to give them an edge, because the All Americans are basically, that's their back of their, like, I mean, that's their stomping grounds, and they've played it regularly, and they are very strong in the mech department. So you can't ever count out the All Americans at the ICC. Um, I'd love to see the Saber Wolves do really well. Oh, we got Rick saying no Pro Division. Yeah, but you know what I mean. I'm just saying, when it comes to the Iron City Classic, you got to give the All Americans the benefit of the doubt. I'm not saying that they're going to win, but it's their home field, so to speak. It's their backyard. So, yes, Rico, you're right. It is open class, but that being said, you throw amateur, like, so you put Ground Zero Red, which was a fantastic team. I love them to death. But you put Ground Zero Red versus Ground Zero Gold, you give Ground Zero Gold the edge. So when you think about ICPL pro teams, because they do have a pro team, then And we got here, the food will taste good. Yes. And yes, it really will. They're going to probably be making me biscuits and gravy. I'm probably going to get some really classic Mexican food. Like, it's just, yeah. And Kevin asking, is Blackie going with me? I don't think I'm going to bring Blackie to the Iron City Classic. I might, but I'm not sure. Because the Shocker's coming, and I'm probably going to be playing a majority of when I play ICC. If I play ICC, I'll be playing with Team Fox and their airgun designs. So I'll probably be using the Beast, the purple automag that usually sits above me, but it is all packed up right now. Yes. But I'm not sure if I'm going to bring my 97 autococker Blackie with me. I might, but I'm not sure. So, yeah, for those of you that are just joining, it says I'm calling tonight's show the Sweatbox Show because it is freaking hot. There's the actual thermometer, thermometer. Yeah, thermometer. I got it right. Also tells the humidity, and it sucks. It actually says here, yep, anything above 55 is too humid for every day. So it's hot and it's humid and it's sticky, and I don't like it. So yeah, not a whole lot of paintball talk today. Thank you, Rico, for saying that it's hot, because you are down in Florida and you know hot and muggy. But indoors, you should be able to go inside and chill out. But it's not the case. I live in the upstairs apartment of an older home, and I love this house. I love it to death. But we just changed the roof, or the shingles, a little while ago, and I don't know what it was. But when we changed the shingles, this apartment just got that much hotter, and I don't know if they're just a little bit darker, a brown, or if they haven't been bleached yet, so they don't reflect as much light. I don't know what the case is, but these old walls, these are all lap and plaster, so when the sun shines on it, it turns this place into a pizza oven. It just heats everything right up. Has Canada opened up yet? No, it has not, and I have no idea when it will, for Americans to come to Canada. Our politicians are a bit, and whether depending on where you believe, it's just, yeah. Now I can leave because I'm fully vaccinated. I have now got the ability to cross the border and come back, and I don't have to worry about quarantining and things like that. Well, I mean, I do have to a little bit. I have to take a test before I leave, and I have to take a test before I come back. And when I test to come back, I have to quarantine until I get the results back. But with the results, they only take like 24 hours. So that's not like spending $3,000 and spending 2 months or 2 weeks quarantined. And I can't wait to play you guys on Fox. One of my mags for that game for sure. Can't wait to play you guys on Fox using one of my mags for that game for sure. That's awesome. And what's good, ballers? Hey, Brick, it's hot in here, just so you know. It is super hot. So this is going to be a very short show, but thank you for joining in and saying hi real quick. If you have any questions, Brick, don't hesitate to ask. And hello, Mr. Comedian. Hey, Charles. Good to see you. This is going to be a very short show because this apartment is, well, it's 85 degrees plus 55% humidity, and I am melting. So Ion was wicked. All right. So tell me about Ion. I heard it was good. I know John Amadeo went down and he just came back. I would have liked to have gone, but I got to pick my battles, and I'm hoping to get to ICC, but it hasn't been fully confirmed yet. So, yeah, tell me about Ion. Tell me where you got, like, what would you like me to read? Does anybody have any questions for me? Like I said, this is just going to be a short little show. I just wanted to make sure I said hello to everybody. Wanted to say how great Jelly Ball was. Wanted to talk about how fantastic I'll Remember Foundation is. Ultra Silk. Hey, oh look, I got a Transfuse shirt. Steve and I went to Wasaga Beach a couple weeks back to play a little paintball. I was working on my guns and my back was a little sore, so I didn't get a chance to actually play. But I was hanging out with Steve at Transfuse at Wasaga, and that was a blast. And all right, so Gary says, kick-ass game, very close scores. Allies 49, Axis 46. See, I always wondered when it comes to big games if referees just sort of, depending on where it was, they just sort of fudged what the numbers were a little bit just to make everybody like, hey, winners still win, but I wonder if they try to make it close just so everybody makes it feel better. Because I know when I've refed rec ball just for rentals, I'll change the rules completely. And Robert Hansen, I just worked 10 hours outside with the same conditions. Yes, but I'm indoors and you just got inside and it's cooling down now. Mine's not stopping. It's actually hotter inside than it is outside. And Sean says, almost, but not quite, if that makes sense. I'm not sure what that is. And Charles said, my booth was so busy that I could not make it to the field. Well, that's awesome. That's always good to know. But, I mean, booth making money is good, but you got to take time to play. What you need to do is just have some incredibly attractive men and women to man your booth, and that way everybody's always swarming around, and you can just sort of lean back and, yeah, try doing that. All right, and replied to Gary regarding if Canada was open yet. Yeah, no, Canada is not open at all. I can leave as long as I'm vaxxed, but no, Americans can't come in unless they're got necessary. But there's no tourism at this time, coming or going. Can't drive across the border or anything like that. It's crazy. All right. Well, does anybody have any other questions for me? I just wanted to sign in really quick, say hello to everybody. We've been on for 15 minutes. I say I got 20 people here. Again, I just wanted to say hi to everybody. I missed you all. I missed you all last week. I'm glad to see that the Canadians won the Stanley Cup, not like they always don't. And yes, I'm not talking about the Montreal Canadiens. I'm talking about Canadian citizens. Because if you take a look at the Stanley Cup, as I said earlier in the show, the Tampa Bay Lightning won, but they have a 34-man roster, and 17 of them are Canadian citizens. There's literally more Canadians on the Tampa Bay roster than than Americans or any other country combined. So, yeah, Canadians won the Stanley Cup regardless what anybody says. Okay. Oh, Niagara Falls games and restaurants are open. And we got Facebook's user saying, "Hey, Steve, Drippin' Llama's here. Cool." And Ion funds the rest of my year. That's awesome. And do you dye the gray in your beard so both stripes match? No, I do not. And if you look real close there, Jeff, they don't actually match. One side's bigger than the other. And it's a little, but I call them my skunk stripes. Unfortunately, this is all starting to go white in the middle now, but it used to be very predominant. But no, this is all natural. I don't dye it. If I did, it would be much straighter. And come on, come over and help rebuild some parts. I'm pulling my hair out. All right. Would you be able to make the llama event on the 31st? Okay, Facebook user, 31st of what? If you're talking about August, no, I can't. I will be in the I'll be flying back from the a road trip in the Rocky Mountains. And we got Brett saying Uncrustables. Yes, hopefully a lot of Uncrustables. It is cool. In the immortal words of the Grateful Dead, a touch of gray always suited me anyway. So, July 31st. That's ICC, so Iron City Classic. So hopefully I'm going to be in Pittsburgh on July 31st. But I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to try. Oh, Petawawa. I haven't been to Pet for a long time. All right. So did anybody have any further questions for me before we close this thing down? I just wanted to log on really quick, and we've been on for 17 minutes. Not that I'm keeping score, because I missed all talking to y'all, but we don't have a whole lot of paintball-y things to talk about. I just wanted to say hi to everybody and touch base real quick, but it's hot. It's so hot in here. Just so you guys can see, I know I've showed it before, but people come and go. So yeah, 85 degrees. Alrighty. Well, I think that I am going to be calling it a night. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Hopefully next week will be much, much better. Yeah, but I just got to shut this thing down. It's just too hot in here at the moment. And I have all my windows closed so you don't hear the highway. So I just got to try to cool this place down so I can sleep tonight. But I just wanted to stop on real quick, say hi to everybody. And yeah, so thank you all for joining me for these short few minutes. Well, that was weird. The house just shook, and I don't know why. Am I getting the famous book? Probably not. And do I lack fans? No, I've got a few, but fans. The problem with this house is that it's all lap and plaster. And so when the sun shines, it actually heats it up. So the ceiling will actually hit like 115 degrees. And because it's all lap and plaster, it's like bricks. It heats up and it stays hot. So it just doesn't cool down. So it doesn't really cool down till about midnight or so. And a dehumidifier would help a little bit, but it's still 85 degrees. And if you don't have cold air coming in, it stays hot. So it literally, you have to close the windows. Otherwise, you're just dehumidifying the planet. And that really doesn't affect much. No, I've tried. And because I'm an upstairs apartment, I can't and I'm in an older house, I can only have a air conditioner in the kitchen, and the air conditioner in the kitchen just doesn't cool enough. It just doesn't work. It's a 15,000 BTU, but it only cools the kitchen and everything else stays hot. And no, the only thing I can do is open up all the windows, chill the place down. So, all right, everybody. Well, sorry this hasn't been one of my better shows, but I just missed you guys. I wanted to say hi real quick, but I got to shut this place down because it's hot in here And yeah, so if there's not any further questions, keep your paint dry, everybody, and play with passion. As always, I'll talk to you next week. I'm going to jump in a bath full of ice cubes later.